It's Johnny, and this is a Cincinnati update. I don't know why those white people would even be in that situation. Why would they even? You're absolutely right. Why the fuck would they even be in a community of black people? Black Americans. After dark. These people are taught. We need to understand liberalism. Liberalism is the teaching of blame, the teaching of why you're different, the teachings of liberalism's in charge of our LGBTQT, it's in charge of our media, it's in charge of rap music and the record labels. These Jewish people that own all the record labels want to liberate liberalism, the black communities. They have owned black Americans throughout millennia. Who financed slavery? Every aspect. I bet you can't name aspects. Or the transportation, all the ships, the fleets, the sails. Who financed plantations? Every black American knows not every white American owned slaves, because some of the white Americans died in the propaganda of the Civil War. Had nothing to do with slavery. Somewhat. The Civil War put us all on a taxation plantation where we don't own anything. You don't own your home. You get a piece of paper. It says deed. You don't own your car. You get a piece of paper. It says title. That puts the courts above you. Anybody can sue you for anything, and if you don't do exactly what they tell you, they'll take everything you got. That's a form of slavery. You don't even get gold. You get paper. They get the gold. That happened in the Civil War, man. But the liberalism and what they teach black Americans, just, it's unbelievable. How the fuck can somebody not know where you come from? You know, white people don't even know where they come from. My mom and dad came over here with a nickel in their pocket. Oh, everybody in North America is a conquered people. Everybody that's speaking English because of England means you're conquered and owned by England. How fucking hard is that? I'm catching a lot of heat, man, because the first thing, you're not allowed to talk about black Americans if you're a certain color. The first thing they do is they go on defensive and they start spitting out everything that the Jewish controllers taught us in our histories. They're always the victim. You'll never look at, you're not even allowed to talk about Jewish people, almost like you're not allowed to talk about black Americans, almost like you're not allowed to talk about LGBTQT. There's names for everyone. If you even start going down that road, they got names they'll call you. And it's fascinating, man. I'm like, hey, man, everything they teach, they own all the publishing. They own all the pharmaceuticals. They own all the chemicals they're putting in your food. They own all the poisons in your fucking water. They own the poisons they're spraying on you. And we're not allowed to talk about it, or it's a racist, or it's a homophobic, or it's a anti-Semitic. Who the fuck knows? You know, you're not allowed to ask about Jewish history, religions, their enemies, wars. I know I always say this, man, but I'm not a Christian. I'm blessed to live in a Christian society, but they're the easiest to manipulate. Americans don't know what's above them, below them, around. They don't fucking know history. They don't know anything. And they pray to what the books we all received. Versions of versions. Do you know black Americans don't even know where the N-word came from? Why do these Jewish record labels want it in every song? Why has it got to be degrading to your women? Well, look at what your black women in the 80s. Black women were amazing. Amazing. Natural. Maybe a few beads in their hair, but usually a nice, beautiful, natural hairdo. Smelled like cocoa butter. None of this fake eyelash, and they didn't act like... That's, you know what, when I was in jail, I know that sounds awful, but I got my first DUI and I got sentenced to the worst jail in the United States, Oklahoma County. And I had to do 26 days in there. They sentenced me to 60 days on my very first. Oklahoma County's is corrupt. The courthouse alone and what I've witnessed, they're just eating people. It doesn't matter the truth. They want the money. It's bonds. It's all money. And what I witnessed is I seen a lot of the young, some of the old G's, some of the old school tough guys, man. I get in there and I start talking to some of them and he said, hey, man, these young bloods, man, they're shooting motherfuckers for nothing. They're just shooting to waste bullets. I said, I know, right, man? Who's going to get these motherfuckers back in check? There's so many of them, the old G's can't do nothing. Just fatherless, familyless, nobody fell through the cracks bullshit, chaos. And who benefits? The courts, which are the Jews. Everything, these people, this Ice Cube said, the people that control the record labels control the prisons. Own them. I said, no, man, the more I got in there, I was like, damn, business is booming. They're showing, look at what they're doing to our women. They've got our women where they don't even want children that look like them. Johnny, I got to take this one.